Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my fucking friend Beans.
What's going on, y'all?
It's a social norm, man, where we go ahead and entertain y'all, make y'all laugh, make y'all cry. You know what it is. Hey, today's episode 127, is called To Lead the Relationship, You Must Not. And the thing that I realized is, Beans,
What's that?
you must not goddamn care that much about her ass. That's what I learned.
Not care that much.
Not care. Damn it, you can't care. You cannot care more about her than you care about you. That's the key, bro. Because
Okay, you mean like not care so much to the point where you're
it is what it is.
It
is what it is.
Putting yourself in a certain position.
Yes, you getting too much, and I realized I had to do that. This is why we doing this episode. All right. Hey, before we go ahead and get into the episode, y'all go ahead, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit the notification bell. You know, we do our shows every Monday and Friday around this time. And also, if you want to call in or ask any questions, the number's right there, 716-218-9317. All right.
Mhm.
So I was literally the other day, I was in a weak state of mind. Okay. I was in a weak state of mind, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of want a little lady old friend over. Let me call her up. Let me see what she's doing. And I realized, you know what? From doing that, the energy just changed for me. The energy of how I was moving, everything. I said, you know what? She helped me out by showing me, because it was like I turned her off. I feel like, even though I had been doing the same thing I've been doing, but the problem was I was doing it too much.
You went overkill.
I went overkill.
Oh, okay.
And I realized, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Okay. But I felt like when I wasn't giving energy, they were begging for energy. Right? They want that validation. They want that ego fed, like, oh, I gotta get him because I like him, because he's not showing me attention. But then when I did show him attention, it's like, hey, I don't really I'll come there when I want to come there. Cool. So I just said, okay, you know what? Focus on myself. Focus back on me. Because the reality is, every time I've ever focused on a woman, it has backfired.
You mean overly focused? You mean?
I mean, okay.
Or you mean when they became your priority? Like
when they became my priority?
Okay, I got you now.
Like, honestly, as a man, I feel like women should really be like maybe like fifth, 5 or 6 on the pecking order of what you need to be focused on.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
What are the first? What is the first 4?
Okay, so like the first one should be God. It should be God.
Okay.
And when I say God, I mean this in the way of your inner self, your universe, your conscious, the one who speaks to you when you're by yourself. All right.
Okay. Can't argue with that.
All right. That's number one, because that's going to lead to everything else.
Okay.
Then, number two, your purpose.
Okay.
What you
Also agreed.
need to, what are you here for? What's your reason of being? That should be number two. Number three, your family. I think your family should be important to you because they are the closest thing. And family could be broad. It could be a friend who is family to you.
Well, my thing is, wouldn't the woman you're dealing with fall under that category too? She
no,
wouldn't fall under family. Okay.
No.
And when
Because
so when
I'm gonna tell you why. Your mother, regardless of if you hate her, love her, despise her, or she's always gonna be your mother.
of course.
Your father's always gonna be your father. Your sister's always gonna be your sister. Brother always gonna be your brother. You can not want to talk to them all that, but they're still at the end of the day, their blood and your blood run together.
Okay.
All right, and there's something about that you can't deny it. It's like your children. It's like your children. Your children is family. They are family to you. All right, so treat them as such. Then I would say number 4 would probably be See, they're in that 4 or 5 range to me. I'm trying to think of one more item. Do you got any pets?
Don't do that, dude. Stop. Don't even play around like that.
Hey,
oh my God.
I'm just saying the dog gonna be loyal to you way more
oh my God.
than any.
No.
Am I lying?
Stop.
Am I lying though? Just answer the question. Am I lying? Are dogs more loyal?
Dogs are fools. You don't have to do anything for a dog. You can
Dogs
leave
are not.
and,
No.
leave
Stop,
and come back.
Stop. Dogs are not fools.
I think they
No, they're
dogs
not.
are foolish.
Dogs. The reason dogs are kind to you and loyal to you is because they know where their bread is buttered. A fool is somebody who doesn't know where their bread is buttered.
I don't know.
So answer me this: have we not seen where men have given women everything they could give?
Yeah,
and the woman not respected.
that's true.
Have you ever seen a dog get everything they're supposed to get for survival and not respected?
I seen it one time.
Where? What happened? Tell the story.
My dog turned on me.
Your dog turned on you.
It turned on.
It bit you.
Yes, it did.
Okay. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
No, you did something.
I did nothing.
See, you. Let me just say this.
No, you weren't even. I wish my family was
okay,
here.
So
let me just say
this.
They were there when it happened.
All right, let me say this. Let me just say.
do nothing.
Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
All right. Animals, like women, but more just animals are reactive. They react to things. They don't just do shit just to do it. So what I'm telling you is if that animal did something to you, it was a reaction off of something. Now, whether you did something before that caused them to test your status as the alpha male, the leader of his surroundings or something, you did something to make him do this. Or you or something around him did it. I'm not saying he didn't just come in his mind and said, fuck this. Today I'm just gonna bite the shit out of him. You know what I mean?
Wow, no. All I know is he turned on me. But anyway.
Did he fuck you up?
Oh yeah, pretty bad. I needed like 40 stitches.
40.
Mhm.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
So did you? How did the relationship go after that?
Yeah.
Were you scared of him?
No, actually, no. I'm still not afraid of dogs to this day.
Did you keep him?
No, he had to go. After a while, he had to go.
Okay, I respect that.
He had to go. I mean,
Yeah, like once you
it's
do it
pretty
once.
vicious. I'm not.
Now, isn't that funny how the dog turned on you
Mhm,
and you instantly realize he has to go?
mhm.
But men will let women, or vice versa, somebody in your relationship can do you wrong, turn on you, and you'll give them a second chance, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. See, that right there is why you can't be the leader, because you're not willing to take the stance and make the decision of this shit ain't happening. You gotta go.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I realize in a relationship, if you want to be respected, you have to address the problem immediately. When they do something wrong, you have to show them, okay, this won't be tolerated. It won't be tolerated. And how do you do that? By being gone. You got to go.
So automatically, just
You
You're
got to
done.
go. I ain't saying you got to. No, what I'm saying is this: when they do wrong, right?
Mhm.
You show them by being gone, leaving them alone, focusing on you, dealing with things. You're getting back on your purpose. See, women are going to constantly try to distract you from your purpose. There's only going to be one woman in your life, really. That's one or two women in your life that's going to really try to help you with your purpose. The rest of them are just time wasters and energy leeches.
So you're saying they're like placeholders.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Go ahead.
Now, back to this feeling weak of the flesh,
Yes.
right? And it
Yes.
didn't work out how you wanted to.
Yes.
Do you think? I'm trying to word this right.
Go ahead. Look, don't. This is what you do. Don't sugarcoat shit
Okay.
for me, because last episode I got on your ass.
Okay.
About you being stingy as hell.
Okay.
With giving.
I'm glad you said it. Okay. So
ahead.
do you think maybe it's the type of woman you're choosing that has you end up in these situations?
Do I think it's the type of woman I'm choosing that had me end up in those situations?
Yes.
Yeah, it could be yes and no, and that's bullshit when somebody say yes and no. Yeah, it could be the type of woman I'm dealing with, but
now, mind you, I don't know this woman.
I think it was me. I always want to put it on me because I feel like I shouldn't be focused. You know how it's like where you know what you should be doing, but you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Because of the urge or that's why I said that's, to me, that's a weak vibration. That was a weak vibration on my part because I was focused. I shouldn't give a fuck if they come, but
maybe she, and I said this before the show, maybe she felt that vibration. Yeah. That's probably why she was like,
she probably did, but this is why I had to check myself and say, get back on your purpose. Don't focus on her. Don't care about her caring about you. That's the key. I ain't saying you ain't got to care about a woman, but you shouldn't care about if she cares about you. You should just focus on you, and then by focusing on you, she's gonna care about you because you that motherfucking dude. So I was just like, oh man. And then the reason I say this is because when I was at work,
mm-hmm.
they were like, oh, the time frame that I wanted to hang out with this person, they called me and was like, "Hey, you want to work overtime?" And I hadn't worked overtime in like a couple weeks, and like my check had gotten pretty low.
Feel it.
And I was like, and anybody knows me or knows Beans, they know we get that overtime. We get that money. So I was like, you know what? My check low. I'm starting to feel it. Well, not really feel it, but starting to notice it. And then I said, and I'm over here focusing on this. What are you doing? Get back on what you was focused on when they was focused on you.
The universe was giving you a wake-up call.
It was giving me a wake-up call. It gave me a epiphany that I was like, I need to care about me.
Get back on your grind and hit the reset button. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you get so far off.
And I realized
you hit a wall. Boom.
And now this is the thing that I probably it's me, but I also realize every time I've ever been off track, a woman was involved. So I'm like,
and this goes back. I think I asked you this last episode. Could you go?
Okay,
30 days.
So let me go ahead and I know what you're gonna say. You go ahead. I'll let you say.
Could you go 30 days without communicating or dealing with a woman? That was.
And I told you, I believe you can do anything that you believe you can do.
True. That is also
all
true.
Right. Anything. Well, I believe you can do anything, but it's only if you believe it. And the thing is, so this is what I was like. I was hitting them up, hitting the girls up. What I started realizing about myself was I was on these fucking dating apps. I was on these dating apps, and I'm just like, they're built for you to be addicted. They're built for our psychological makeup of just, and then this is how God hits you square in the face. This is why I say God is number one, because he hit me square in the face. And I went on after asking the girl, then asking other girls to come over, and then they all had something they couldn't do. Oh, I'm busy this, I'm busy that. I said, man, damn, it's like you're going down the rabbit hole to where, like, if your first option second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. I'm just exaggerating with that part, but let's just say that, right? Now I'm on dating apps. So at this point, what am I really looking for? I'm looking for attention, right? I was looking for attention at that time, whatever form I was looking for. And I go on a dating app, right? Beans. Yep. And the first girl that I see is a girl I used to mess with years ago. I'm talking years ago. And I mean, like, probably 6, 7 years ago, right? Oh my God. Why do I keep doing this? 6, 7 years ago. And I realized something right then and there. These fucking dating apps are just, it's like you're recycling the same people. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really getting anywhere.
I really do think dating apps ruined a lot of things when it comes to relationships. Apps in general, the internet has ruined a lot of things. Because, you know, I'm showing my age. When I was coming up, there was no dating app. You saw a woman in the store, you liked her, you like how she looked and stuff. You had to man up and just.
You had to drop your nuts.
And right there.
Right then and there, because you didn't know when you're going to see her again.
You probably would never see her again. But now, you don't need that chick. It's right here on your phone. You ain't got to go out and meet nobody like that. You can.
Yeah.
But you have so many options now.
That you don't know what to. It's like going into an ice cream store and they got 1,000 flavors.
Exactly.
And you sit there and you're just like, oh, well, I want this one. Oh, but I have a feeling for this one. And then you don't get, and then you end up picking the same shit you always pick.
Exactly.
You end up picking the same shit. And then just the same. So I realized right there when I seen that girl, I was like, oh my God, I met this girl on an online dating app. On a dating app. That's where I met her. We hung out, messed around, broke up. Well, whatever the case may be. That was the one. This was the girl. Remember I told you I broke up with her at the restaurant. I went on a date with her to break up with her.
Yeah.
And she started crying. And
Which I don't get why.
I don't know. I just felt like that was the time to break up with somebody.
Why
That was,
you did that?
I thought that was the respectable way to break up with somebody at the time, because I had never really broken up with girls at that time.
I will say there is a respectful way. Don't text somebody and be like, "Hey, this ain't working out." Don't do that. Okay, at the very least, call them.
Yeah. Well, I thought she deserved to say it to her in her face.
Yes, that's definitely a respectful way to do
But
it.
I didn't realize how to react. I'll never do that again. I'm just gonna call. I might go over there to her house one day and be like, "Look, this ain't working out.
Talk. Yeah.
Sorry about this. I gotta let it go." But
I do have a suggestion from the older man circle. When you maybe you should, because just listening to your situations, it almost sounds like a quantity versus quality thing going on.
it's all yes.
And here goes the thing, and let me tell you how you fix this, and you're gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but maybe that certain type of attention you're looking for, maybe you should take that out of the equation. Like, don't go in looking for that.
Okay.
If you want this is if you're looking for a stable relationship. Okay.
Mm-hmm. See, and this is the real thing that I had to realize. I had to ask myself, what do I really want?
You do,
because half of me wants a stable relationship with a woman that loves me and is just obsessed with me, and we love each other, right? And then the other half of me, the hoe in me, wants me to be out here just getting my numbers.
And the thing is,
let's be real. Let's be real about this.
And what you got to understand is this: when you find that quality woman, that other stuff will come.
So you saying, so really, you're saying that I can find a quality relationship and still get my numbers?
No, not the number. You can get what the attention you need from that one woman.
Okay, and that's the key. I'm thinking the times I've stopped, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the times I've stopped and dealt with one woman,
mm-hmm.
I get involved with her and I care about this one woman, and I put my energy into this one woman.
Yep.
And the problem is, when I do that, for whatever reason, it seems to be where they get turned off. So I was like, you know what? I'm not putting my energy into one woman no more, because one woman can't be trusted. And this is probably women too. And y'all tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, where you feel like one man or one person can't be trusted with your love and affection because they don't cherish it. When you give them something to hold and handle and they don't cherish it, right? You sit there and be like, damn, I gave up all this other stuff, right? If I see, I semi understand, there's a double standard with men and women, but I semi understand why women have multiple guys that I get this guy that does this, I got this guy that does this for me, I got this guy that does this for me, right? Because they feel like if I give a little bit of myself to everybody, right, I can't really get hurt when this one guy doesn't, because if I focus on one, put all my eggs in one basket, and I expect, and I'm gonna be honest, my problem was I was expecting needing a lot from a woman that I wasn't getting it in return. So I was like, okay, not gonna do that. Like what I want.
You think you were asking for too much?
I don't think I was asking for what I wanted, and I don't think I was getting it.
And maybe they thought they couldn't
provide it. They couldn't provide it, and I was just like, wow, okay.
I do say when you're in a relationship, especially married, it is work.
It's work.
When people forget it is work.
And a lot of these women out here today don't want to really put in work. I'm not saying the fellas might not want to either. They probably don't either.
I see that a lot too, fellas.
But people in general are just lazy as far as putting in what's necessary for that person to be good.
Everybody wants that instant gratification.
Yeah. And I'm like, I wish they would be. I would, sometimes I wish the world was like a movie where the government or society, you pick somebody, and regardless of whatever, you're linked to this person. You don't have no say, and y'all are together for life. This your only
Period.
option.
This is it.
This is your only option. You don't have nobody else options.
So
And
the government picks you guys together, put you guys
whatever.
together.
You do a test or some shit, and boom, boom, boom. They Match.com type shit. This your girl. This your guy. And it is what it is. And you gotta deal with what they are.
I mean,
I know it's gonna be tough, but the thing is, and this is how I say this: you get with them, and you can't be with nobody else. It's against the law. If he found out, it's death. Now, because the problem is the cheating or the betrayal, not even the cheat, there's the betrayal of not wanting to be with this person or give this person your all.
it's taken out of the equation.
It's taken out of the equation because you don't want to die. See, when something's so extreme of punishment, you're not even gonna fuck that. I ain't even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna focus on this.
It's always going to be that one person who is going to go crazy and just be like, you know what?
You
I'm
might
just
go
gonna
crazy,
do it.
but this is the thing, though. Once you realize I have to make it work with this person, there is no other option, right? Like Rocky in Rocky 3 or 4, there is no tomorrow. What you got to do is fix today.
I mean, that's basically like arranged marriages back in the day. where they
Exactly. But I'm saying the arranged marriages need to come back and just boom. This is who you're with. This is what you got to deal with. Because the fact of society we live in, where there's all these different options. Women are naturally built to be, the grass can be greener on the other side. When I'm trying to explain it, it's not. It's not greener, because the reality is the only way the grass can be greener is if you personally change you. And how many of us actually do change? How many of us actually sit there and say, I'm going to focus on myself and change who I am as a person?
Not many.
Not many. So I'm saying is like, okay, I'm changing. I get in those little back in those spurts. I said, realize, okay, you know what? Stop it. You're doing it. You're doing it again. Refocus your mind. Get back on this path of just straight focusing on you until they focus on you. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what it is. But I think about that sometimes, and I was like, man, I wish the world was like that. So where you don't get to pick, you don't get a choice.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's
because I'm telling you,
I'm thinking of. I mean, it could work out good for you, but it could work out bad for you on both sides.
No, but this is the thing, though. You say it could work out bad for you, right? How?
What if you with a woman that looked like
Gollum?
Shrek? You know what I mean? Like,
okay, you know what's gonna happen?
You got to deal with that.
Okay, so and guess what? As a human being, do we not overcome things? See,
that's true.
The reason you look at a woman, you're like, oh, she's ugly. She's ugly. Well, guess what? Everybody got some ugly in them, and everybody got some beauty in them. You'll have to find the beauty in that person.
Well, of course, I'm just using that as an example.
You might be like, but guess what? Beauty's only skin deep. Everybody gonna get old. Everybody gonna be looking fucked up at some point.
What if she? You know, I'm just saying. What if there's something? There's gonna be. What if there's an obstacle that's damn near impossible to get? You ever been with somebody who's on drugs?
Have I been with somebody that was on drugs? Yes.
Damn. Okay. And I'm assuming that
was not like in a full committed relationship, but I guess I would say she was, and I had to let her go. Let her go.
But just imagine if you were married to her though.
Okay.
You couldn't. You have to really sit down and deal with that.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm just doing some things. My thing is, where we say through thicker and thin, through sickness and health. My thing is this: why can't we just be for that person. Like,
no, listen, you appreciate you. I believe that wholeheartedly. I was somebody who had cancer,
exactly.
and I had to take him to chemo and all that shit. So I get what you're saying, but the arranged marriage, right?
I'm talking about if you're getting married. If you want to be single and be the biggest hoe you want to be. Cool. But if you're in a relationship, they should make it where, bam, this who you with. Once you get married, you don't got no, like, ain't no such thing as a divorce.
Oh, okay.
Fuck all that.
I mean, once you in it, that's
once
it.
you in it, you done. There's no go backs. You're stuck with this person. You got to make it work. You got to figure it out.
See,
you got to go and provide whatever they got to provide. If the government got to give free marriage counseling, certain goddamn, I don't say medicine. I ain't gonna say all that because damn it. Well, maybe maybe motherfucker might have to a little bit just to go ahead. Look, get on my nerves. All right, honey, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the grass. Whatever the case may be. I'm just saying it shouldn't be an option that you got to lead because anybody, if you're in the right state of mind, can make things work.
Yeah. I agree. I see what you're saying. My take is a little different. I think marriage license, I heard the joke before, and I agree. I think marriage license should be like driver's license.
Well, you got to renew it
every so often.
Every 5 years, you got to renew it.
Hey, are we still doing this, or are we?
Okay, so
we gonna go our separate ways. What we gonna do?
I talked to an old timer yesterday when I was at work, and he told me, he's like, look, because he was like, yeah, I've been married before. He's married now, but he had been married 3 times. And he was like, I said, what happened with your first marriage? And he was like I got divorced. I said, why did you do? Well, she was just out here wilding. She was out here she was drinking, she was doing all these other stuff. And I said, I kind of went through something like that when I was dating my girlfriend, and she was like 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then we dated between 18 to like 22, so like 4 years, 4 or 5 years. And she was good 18, 19, 20. We was fine. 21, she started changing up because she wanted to go out and party. She wanted to go out and drink. And I said, I don't understand where it comes from, where women, when they're in relationships, they want to act like they're free in a single life environment. And I said, look, single girls get to do certain things that women who are in a relationship can't do. And it's the whole thing of like, you're acting like my father, you're trying to stop me from being free. And it's like, no. But when you're with someone, right, you represent them.
True.
And I think a lot of times women feel like I want to be myself. Let me be myself. But what ended up happening with this guy was he said she started being friends with this girl, and the friend kind of got her on that path of partying and drinking and acting a fool and being disrespectful to him. And he was like, now mind you, this dude had been dating this girl for like 18 years. Soon as he got married, 2 years in, that's when all the foolishness started happening. This is when she started drinking and being disrespectful and drugs and all this other stuff. And he was like, I can't do this. I don't do this. I'm not arguing. And he said she felt like she didn't think he was going to divorce her. He divorced her, just like how your situation.
Mm-hmm.
He divorced her because he was like, I'm not dealing with, I want peace. That's what I want. And she wasn't giving him that. And I asked him, I said, what do you think? He said, honestly, probably because I kept letting her do it. I didn't put my foot down immediately and say, that won't be happening here. And I had to realize that's the same way. To be the leader, you got to be willing to walk the fuck away. And I asked him, I said, did she ever get remarried or anything? He said, no. She never got remarried ever again. To this day, this woman still was like, her family tells her, you should have never got divorced with this man. I said, damn. She thought the grass would be greener. She tried to play that card that he wouldn't leave her.
So the friend convinced her to start doing all this.
Well, that was who the friend she started hanging out with. That's when she started doing what she was doing.
I don't wonder if this was a single, probably was a single friend.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And that's really not your friend. If somebody's getting you to do something and it's destroying everything else in your life,
they've said studies that women who are single subconsciously destroy another woman's relationship because they are hating that they don't have the relationship. Oh, girl, he shouldn't trip that he should. Why is a single person telling you how to deal with your relationship in a marriage form? Like, if you're married, you should be listening to married people about what you think I should do.
yeah,
you know what
especially if they've never been married.
Yeah, especially because you're like, why has she never been married? Why is no one ever wanting her to be married? You know what I'm saying? And I've seen those in stories a lot where women have, let men or devalued the man because of what other people were telling them, and then lose that man, and then be like, damn, why the fuck did I? Now she out there in the streets again,
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, that's the same version of my ex-girlfriend.
I always tell this story. My ex-wife had this friend.
Mm-hmm.
I never liked this person. Never liked this person.
Okay, go ahead.
At all.
Yeah.
And one day for her birthday, we weren't married yet. We were dating. One day for her birthday.
Your wife's birthday.
For my wife's birthday.
Okay.
I show up. I was supposed to meet her out to take her out. I show up to her house, right?
Okay.
To take her out.
Yeah.
Now I go in because I had been dating her like 2-3 years at the time. I go in, it's another dude in there, and I'm gonna like.
Now y'all have been dating for 2 years already?
Yeah, 2 almost 3 years at the time.
All right.
I was like, oh, okay. So I think immediately, oh, you cheating? Oh, this is what we doing. Okay, because you know me. Sometimes
what was the situation as far as like when you walked in? Was he just spread out?
He was just sitting. No,
he just, what up, bro?
No,
or was it like
he was just sitting? He was looking at me like, oh.
So he looked surprised.
He looked surprised too.
That's why. Okay.
And he was just like, what? First, I go, yo, who are you? Because I say maybe it's a family member. Man, Before I start overreacting,
before you start acting
ignorant, who are you? And he goes, oh, my name is such and such. I'm here to see such and such. I'm like, oh, why you here to see her? And he go, oh, and her friend. He said, oh, her. She said, oh, such and such brought me here to see her. She's just telling me about her. Oh, he was like, well, who are you? He's like, you her brother or something? I'm like, no, I'm her boyfriend. And he was like, oh, so he was like, his eyes got so big. I could tell he didn't know. He was like, oh, he was like, look, man,
that's confusing.
Yeah, he was like, look, man, she ain't telling me all that. He's like, I don't want no type of problems, man. And he literally gets up and he literally walks out the house.
As he should.
He was like, yo,
I ain't with all this messiness.
Yeah,
what is
I was
this?
like, okay. So
good thing you wasn't on no like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know. He literally leaves. So of course they come upstairs.
Oh, so they weren't even involved. They weren't even there for this interaction.
No, they weren't. So they come up there. Now I'm sitting there.
Like, what up, Mark?
Oh,
hey.
So now I'm sitting on the couch looking at the friend, and you could tell, like, immediately she started sweating.
She was like, "Oh shit, the dude going that I tried to put on."
And
her.
I was like, "So, I come in here and this dude in here," and of course, my lady starts saying, "I swear to God, she just told me." I said, "No, I believe you because that's the same thing he told me."
Yeah.
I said, "But this one right here," I was like, "You gonna have to make a choice because," I said, "I don't like her." And I was like, and this right here, I'm not going for it.
Yeah, she knew I was your boyfriend.
Yeah,
and she still tried to
brought this dude over to try to hook you. Yeah,
what kind of friend is that?
That's what I say. I say either you get rid of her,
or I'm gone,
or I'm done. And I was like, because I'm not going for that. And I said, if your dude was here, I'd beat his ass because I can't hit him. I was on 10 at that point.
All right, now, that's unnecessary. You ain't got to whoop him. He don't got nothing to do with this either.
I can't do nothing to her because
You shouldn't just be like,
I was
hey.
on 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna get that dude, but just cause. But she had to like, she was like, look, she did tell her you got way too far on this one. We can't be friends no more.
Did she stop being her friend?
She stopped talking to her, stopped dealing with her. No, I and the thing is, the last time we saw her was when we got married.
What do you mean? Oh, she was at the wedding?
She was at, we didn't think she was gonna show.
Okay.
I was like, and I said, I was like,
I'm still your friend, but I gotta keep my distance from you.
That's what that was.
He ain't liking you right now.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I was
all right. Well, so what I wanted to tell you before you told that story, once I seen old girl's face, the one I met online, I said, God was like telling me, this is what you're gonna get if you keep dealing with this online shit. You're gonna get the same girls you've been getting. You're gonna get the same, you're gonna be in the same cycle you've been in. So I just told myself, you know what? Thank you, Lord. Delete. I deleted all my dating apps. Yes, guys, girls. I deleted the fucking dating apps. I'm off. I'm outside the matrix. I've said, you know what? I'm done with it. I'm not going back. I made the decision. The dating apps are not for me anymore. I'm going to meet people by just living my life. And if I'm meant to meet them, the energy, because the energy in the dating app scene is not the energy I want to be in. It's not the women I'm dealing with on the dating apps is not the type. And I'm not knocking the women as much as I'm knocking how the whole setup of how I was dealing with the apps. I'm not knocking the women for being on the maps. I'm knocking how I was dealing with them. And I said, that's not what I want. Because I've actually met some nice women, but I just wasn't in that right mode because of how the dating apps are set up and how I'm taking them and thinking about them. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I said, I'm just going to delete all the apps and I'm just going to focus on me and the woman that is supposed to be in my life will rise to the top and show me that this is the woman that need to be in my life. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna be, because I was just wasting so much fucking time on these damn apps, dude. So much time messaging girls, dealing with girls, and I'm just like, for what? Like, I think every old man probably understands the same thing that I'm starting to realize is that a lot of women are a waste of time. A lot of women are a waste of time. There's only going to be one or maybe two women in your life that's really worth putting in the energy and the time. And they're going to show you they're worth it. Honestly. Other than that, you guys got to just focus on you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of these videos and do some reactions. All right. Let's see what we're about to react to. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this and see what she's about to say. I know she's about to say something ignorant.
Men are up here and women are down here because we should both be the same. Women shouldn't be better, but women shouldn't be worse.
What makes a man misogynistic?
When he cares about your body count way too much.
I think men care about women's body count because it kind of shows you what you value and what you don't value. That's just how I see it. I think if you have a large, crazy body count, you don't really value your body that type of way as much as someone who has like maybe 3 guys she's messed with her whole life.
3 guys
tells you can't go to other frats.
If see, this is what I'm saying. She's not. Oh, I can't go to other frats. A man, if you're in a relationship, you can't go to other frats. I know this because I know what I'm in a frat. I know what frat boys do. It's straight. It's like if you're gonna go to the lion's den with meat and your meat, you can't expect not to be eaten.
True.
When he's a mommy's boy,
What's a mommy's boy to you?
will never love another girl as much as he loves his mom.
So you think that a man should love his girlfriend more than he loves his own mama?
Not more. I'm just saying when they can never love anybody more than their mom. When they're like, oh, well, my mom would.
Isn't she just saying the exact same thing he's saying?
Okay. People don't understand this.
Hmm.
A boy's mother is the first woman he falls in love with.
Can I be honest though?
But the thing is, to a degree, she's right. When you're with a woman, you do have to detach to a degree because you're supposed to leave this to be with this woman.
Okay, you can leave, but do you? I don't think you. Do you ever love? You can love your woman. I don't know. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Because I'll say this: I don't think a mother can ever love anyone more than she loves her son or her children.
Yeah, because it is a part of her.
She's supposed to love her partner more than anybody else. Well, besides God, but that just, yeah.
Do this, my mom would do that.
So what you're saying is a man shouldn't look for the exact same qualities he sees in his mom.
No, because
with
then
his
just date
girl.
your mom. Mother first, girlfriend right in like underneath, but not like way underneath.
So you should be his number 2 priority.
No, for me it goes, God.
Do you ever notice that everything she says when he asks the question back, she just doesn't even agree with what she's fucking saying?
She's talking in circles.
She's talking in circles. Whatever she says about is bullshit, and then he relays it back to her. So you're saying this, and he's like, "No, I'm not saying that," or "I don't agree with that."
Family, you. I think misogyny is when you think that men are.
It's number 2 priority.
No, for me it goes, God, family, you.
No, it goes God, purpose, family, possible pet, then you.
You no damn pets.
I'm just being honest. They never did nothing wrong to you. All right, let's go to this next one. I got. Oh, y'all looking at mine. Don't look at mine. All right, here we go. Let's watch this.
What made you not want him?
I thought he was too nice. I thought I would walk all over him.
I don't know what it is. There is this thought out there. I want me a soldier. I want me a hard dude. And those are the worst guys to get because they're not nice to you. And you get a nice guy and you're worried like, I don't want him. Why wouldn't you want a nice guy? I mean, they always say nice guy finish last. That's because women are foolish. What made...
Okay. That's so true. Women are fools when it comes to nice guys. They don't understand that a nice guy, this is the thing. Fellas don't understand when you're nice to a woman and they consider it too nice. They don't respect it because it looks weak. It looks like, why are you being so nice to me? Why are you caring more about me than caring about yourself? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Some women have been treated so poorly. They don't understand when you do something nice for them and you do provide something to them that they never really experienced, they don't know how to take it. And then they treat you less than.
You know what it reminds me of? You ever remember see that movie Precious?
Yeah.
And when Paula Patton tells Precious that she's smart and beautiful and all that other stuff. And
she didn't want to accept
Precious,
it.
he was like, don't say that stuff to me.
Yeah, she didn't want to accept it.
Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me I'm this. Tell me I'm that.
Because that's what I'm used to.
Because this is what I'm used to. This is what I know.
Like, I'm not going to be anything more than this.
And I believe that that's what happens when you treat a woman too good. They don't know what they're used to is so much.
Well, you know what it is? It's the Bob Proctor when he was talking about paradigm. Her paradigm is that she is ain't shit motherfucker. You ain't shit, you ugly, you this, you that, you this. That's what she was bred and learned as a young child because her mama was teaching her that. You ain't shit, you ain't, nobody wants you, you're ugly, you're fat, you're this, you're that. And if you look at it, that's why they picked a woman who was not that cute, fat, right? And had low self-esteem. They picked that woman that symbolized that. That's how the actor looked in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's what she was bred to be from her mother. And then now when somebody comes in with a different thought process, a different paradigm, saying, no, you are capable of being more, you are pretty, you are, so it's the conflicting with her subconscious that's like, nah, that ain't true. That ain't what I've learned to know. So I don't know. I'm realizing that sometimes I'll tell you fellas this. When you're dating a girl and you start talking to her, ask her how she was treated. She'll tell you how she was treated as a with her other boyfriends, right? And she'll say, I've been abused, I've been this, I've been that, I've been this. Subconsciously, that's what she's used to. That's what she actually is gonna respect. She'll be with that guy, but as soon as a guy shows her a different version of that, of respect, she won't know how to deal with it. Mm-hmm. So let's watch some shorts. Let's see what Kevin Hart.
Speaking of short, go ahead.
Kevin Samuels speaks facts. Let's see.
Scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Women have no problem telling me what they don't want. Matter of fact, they can become rich saying it. At all. And if I just happen to say, ma'am, and I was wrong, she actually weighed more than Emmett Smith or Barry Sanders. I mean, and see, the thing is, let's flip it up. Women have no problem telling men under 5'7". I don't want no short dude. I don't want no short dude. I mean, think about on my show.
That is true. Women, for whatever, but this is a reason why women don't like short guys. It symbolizes strength to be tall and big. They want guys who are strong, and short guys don't look strong to them because they're short.
So that women call into my show voluntarily. They know what it is, and they're calling in saying, regardless of their situation, I want a man who's making the kind of money to be able to provide for a family of 2 or 3 or better. I don't want to have to work to pay significant bills. And regardless as to how I come to the table, that's what I want. And I ask, why can't you just get an average regular guy? All the time. And how often do these women laugh?
If you look at almost all stress inoculation protocols, cold water, ice bath, cold shower, cyclic hyperventilation, those all do the same thing. They generate a lot of adrenaline release in the brain and a lot of adrenaline release in the body. But it's different if the adrenaline in the brain and body is evoked by you, that you did it. Because under conditions under which you did the ice bath deliberately and now you're wide awake and really, really alert, there's this feeling that you have options. It wasn't done to you, but you can train up an ability to, for instance, think clearly and calmly, maybe even do some simple math problems in your head. If you are familiar with the feeling of adrenaline in your brain and body, you navigate that in a calmer way. How? Well, because adrenaline is generic, or we can raise our stress threshold, as I like to refer to it. And that can be done through cold water, but cold water, is a universal stimulus for creating adrenaline release. If you look,
that's so true. I literally was starting to go on a path where I was getting up in the morning, 5 o'clock, workout. Then I'll go right after workout, getting a cold shower. And the cold shower, like it definitely wakes you up, and it definitely shocks you. But it's different when you know you're doing it versus it just done to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When you're in a situation, like instantly somebody pulls a gun out on you, right? You're forced into a situation that you didn't prepare for. You weren't going into it knowing someone's about to pull a gun on me. So I can, you know what I mean? So your adrenaline, boom, goes, and it's a different reaction than if you are
fight or flight.
Yes.
Popeyes, they got good chicken. Popeyes don't give a damn about service. You go into Popeyes, the people behind there got tattoos, colored hair, looking crazy. They don't greet you when you walk in. It'll be 32 minutes on chicken. They don't care if the lines is long. Popeyes is a schizophrenic experience. They on their phone acting silly, whatever. And before them chicken sandwiches came, it didn't make no difference. But you go to Chick-fil-A and you have black women who would have worked it. Popeyes hires, and most of the people who work in Popeyes tend to look like us. But go to Chick-fil-A and you'll see black women in there acting completely different. Welcome to Chick-fil-A. How may I help you? Hi, my name is Adjustable 6. What can I get for you?
Damn.
Would you like that supersize? Would you like lemonade? Would you like that diet? Great. That'll be $10.77. Would you like any sauce with that? Popeyes. No, they got good.
Damn. He ain't lying. He is not lying. The environment from Popeyes versus the environment at Chick-fil-A is like Popeyes is like the thought club, the ratchet club that you don't know what you're gonna get
when you walk in.
Actually, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some bullshit, some ignorant shit. Then you go to Chick-fil-A, and it's like, it's just peaceful. It's like country club.
They want you to stay. They want you to have a good
But
experience.
the women, they do change up the environment. The environment that you're in does change up how the women act. And like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost turned up one time at Popeyes because as soon as I walk through the door, first thing dude says to me is, "We ain't got no chicken sandwiches."
And that's what you came for.
I'm like, that's not what I came for.
Oh.
I was like, and then,
why would you gonna turn up then?
I was gonna turn up because like two white people walked in before me. He ain't say nothing to him. But soon as I walked in, we ain't got no more chicken sandwiches. I was like, well, I was like, dude, that's not what I'm here for. Why? It's like, why? Yes, I'm here for chicken, but I'm not here. I was like, why'd you say that?
So you took that as a racist thing?
No, I took it as like, dude, why are you saying this to me? You didn't say that to
So you took it as a racist
I
thing?
kind of did. I was like, dude, that's not what I'm here for, man.
And remember we talked about this. This is why we different. How I grow, I don't go in there thinking because every situation, they're doing it because I'm black.
Well, that's true, and you're right. But my thing, I stopped for a second. I was like, let's calm down because I am here for chicken. Okay. But it was just like, what the hell, dude? Why'd you say
all right?
That was my thing. Like, why are you just saying that to me? Like, what say it to them too?
Did y'all hear about P&B Rock?
Yeah. First of all, rest in peace, of course. Second, it's crazy. Apparently, Shawty put the location. The people are like, oh, she didn't know. I ain't gonna lie, man. Again, I'm not an E Streets guy. I'm not a real Streets guy, all right? So y'all can pull the card. But any motherfucker has any... No, bro. You don't... Not even close, bro. You're not dropping P&B Rock's location, bro. I'm not gonna dunk on her while she down. Obviously, she knows she made a mistake. Part of me is like, it could have been a setup. I don't know how fast them pulled up, but nah.
Even if it was intended or not, it was a setup, bro. Her posting location and giving away where they is at, and then pulling up because of her location, that's a setup on her part.
If you a shorty, you with a rapper, a street nigga, all that shit, you know for a fact. If he got some bullshit going on, you are not dropping where he is, bro.
Did y'all hear?
Okay, so they talking about that P&B Rock that got shot at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Yeah,
I've been to that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Delicious food. Let's not boycott Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles over this, because just because some ignorant motherfuckers went and did some horrible, tragic things, don't mean we got to stop eating this damn good ass chicken. All right, that's first off. Now let's get into the real. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna blame the woman for putting the location, but it do sound sketchy.
It do.
Now
it just sounded like she was, she dating a rapper and she want to be she like, it's like clout chasing. I'm with my famous boyfriend.
But not even that. Was that his? Wait, that was his girlfriend.
I think that was his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. So that makes it weird.
I think
because I'm gonna say this. If I let's just say The Rock. Because now everybody talking about the rappers, all this drug, but it don't matter. Let's say The Rock. If The Rock was at let's just say Chick-fil-A or some place to eat. I was at a restaurant, Denny's, and The Rock showed up. Dude, I'm texting boys and be like, The Rock's here, dude.
Well, I'm taking pictures. I'm like,
and you're gonna be like, where? I'm posting the location to let you know, come through. The Rock's here. Get an autograph, whatever case may be. Now, we so disillusioned, like, oh, well, they shouldn't post that, But that's if you're a fan. If you're the girlfriend, it does look a little sketchy of why you're posting your location to people to where they go and rob your boyfriend and kill him, if that's really your boyfriend. Nah, I ain't with all that.
Yeah, I was paralyzed from the neck down. It ain't no thing though. You know, I'm braced up. It ain't no thing. But I'm on my feet. I'm strapped daily, every day. Not even caring. I go to church, I'm strapped. When I say hi to mom, I'm strapped. When I go buy Pampers, I'm strapped. That's the way it is for all my dead homies. You know, when I go see my homies, I go put flowers on their grave. You know, I gotta take an AK. Why is this? For my dead homie. Yeah, I was.
You know what's so
paralyzed from the
funny?
neck down.
I
It
was
ain't no
listening.
thing, though.
I'm pause this for a second. I was listening to something where Kanye. There was like, man, people don't understand. Kanye said a rap where he said, y'all won't do 4 years in college, but y'all do 25 to life.
Damn, that's.
And I said, damn, that's a fucking savage ass line.
Realest bars ever.
And he pretty much he disrespected everybody in the gang life because he's like, but he's just saying the way black people think is you can't go to college for 4 years, right, and better yourself and have a good life and try to do something productive, but you can do 25 to life in prison by trying to be something you really ain't. Or not even that, be something, do something that's not even productive to society or your community. And now you're willing to go down this road where it's going to lead to either death or 25 to life, but you won't go to school for 4 years and get a something. Who really lost? And I was like, God damn, man.
People may think he crazy, but
that man a genius.
Let me give y'all perspective. Right?
So I sent your
I
cartel.
get y'all. It's bigger. But if a nigga caught a nigga flossing in the 90s, what did we do to him? It's the same shit. Run them rims, run that chain,
Crabs in
run
a barrel.
whatever you got that you flossing. It's the same thing. Now, hold on, let me finish. Give niggas in the 90s the internet.
Yeah. But let me say
the
this
90s,
though.
but
Hold
still,
on.
it wasn't-
But let me
you
say
don't
this
know
though.
that much. You don't know
niggas
that.
in the 90s really
You don't know that.
Think about it.
Flossing like that.
But then niggas in the 90s, think about it. It was a different, like a nigga would rob. It's one thing to rob a nigga. Okay,
Right.
take your shit, nigga let you have it. All right, cool, nigga, get on. Now nigga just want to kill you.
Yeah, I
niggas want to
understand
take
that.
your life.
I
Nigga want to take
understand that.
more than your money.
So you don't come back and get their punk
Exactly.
ass.
That's what I'm saying.
But
That's
I'm just saying, it's just a lot of the things, the perspective for a lot of the G's is that it's really a lot of the same shit. It's just
There's just millions of people
It
watching
is.
that.
Let me give y'all perspective.
So
right?
pretty much no growth. No growth has happened since the 90s until 2020. So that's 30 years. And black people are still looking at, because when he's saying robbing people, he ain't talking about old white man. You know, he ain't talking about them. He might talk about the only person they might rob is the little drug white boy that came to the hood trying to get some drugs. They might rob his ass. But other than that, they robbing their own people. That's why I don't care what nobody say. Charleston White be making me laugh, and yes.
I was watching him the other day. Actually, I watched him today.
He's such against what the hood is about. And the mindset is about that. That's why everybody hate him. Because he's forcing people to think outside what they've been thinking.
Well, I mean, people know this. The things that happen in the projects, the hood ain't right. Even though if you feel like it's a normal part of your life.
And the funny thing is, you started to even realize, like, the shit you thought was normal, when you go out into the world and live, and I look at you and I'm like, and you be like, all right, that was I shouldn't like that.
There's a very famous painting that shows what appears to be men in crafts flying through the sky in the background of an ancient painting. That is so strange. Like, here you got Christ being crucified, and then above him UFOs. Like, is that supposed to be aliens, or is that supposed to be angels? Like, what is that supposed to be?
That's the argument of Miracle of Fatima, let's say. I mean, again, this is so speculative. We have a witness here, Pilate, but
what is the Miracle of Fatima?
God, that's that one that was, considered a real miracle by the church. And the 3 kids were getting messages. I'll get this all wrong, but for like months that they're going to be visited and to bring people in bigger and bigger groups gathered to where there was over 100,000 people see an event, a mass sighting of something that happened. We're talking people that were religious, people that weren't religious. Some people thought it was religious, that it was a visitation, but other people saw it as technological, like something descended.
There's
as far as my case, it's just.
Did you have anything to say on that?
My thing, that's the only thing I hate about these shorts. They'll draw you into a story.
Well, they want you to click the damn link
and then
to watch that.
Cut it off. I'm like, no, tell me now. What happened?
Yeah, that's called a commercial, nigga. Reggie Bush finally tells us the NCAA really did.
It was a sloppy investigation, and it could have been fixed very easily if they simply just did their homework. These guys were family friends of ours. 2 guys. One guy's name is Michael Michaels. Another guy's name is Lloyd Lake. Both these guys are convicted felons, and the NCAA did not care to check their police record, did not care to put any value to the fact that maybe these dudes are trying to blackmail us. One of the dudes, Lloyd Lake, got a police record as long as the Cheesecake Factory menu.
Goddamn, he beat me.
As far as my case.
Okay, so everybody know Reggie Bush got his Heisman Trophy taken away from him because they were saying he took some money or some shit like that. Man, as dynamic Reggie Bush was, taking some money was the least thing they should have did. They should have built a whole statue of that for that man. That man was awesome in college.
He mentioned blackmail. My question would be, what did you do for him to blackmail you?
He probably did some stuff that they probably knew some stuff about him that as far as breaking the rules, and they wanted to exploit that. That's what I'm guessing.
Have I ever gotten kicked out while cooking at a fast food parking lot? Well, I do have a confession to make related to my last video. Okay, in this scene right here, notice all the smoke. It gets extra smoky when coals are just getting hot, and at this point, we were sticking out like a sore thumb. The parking lot absolutely reeked of that sweet, sweet smell of applewood. The manager came outside and was on the phone while pointing at my car, and I knew we were seconds away from disaster. Based on my research, it's only illegal to cook in a parking lot if you refuse to leave once asked, so I knew I had to get in front of the situation. I quickly dragged the grill into a neighboring parking lot behind some trees while my sister moved the car. My thought process was to kick myself out before I could get kicked out, and in doing so, I'd feel comfortable bringing the grill back later in the night to finish the video once Wendy's had closed. I will say there were some tense moments looking back at that Wendy's from the other parking lot, but in the end, they all seemed to forget about me. So to answer the question, I've still technically never gotten kicked out of a parking lot, but I'm sure that's bound to change.
Okay. This just shows you, and this has 5.1 million likes, 11,000 comments. This just shows you, people, how the internet is you can literally create anything of your life and become well off.
He is cooking in a parking lot.
All this dude does is go around. It says Max the Meat Guy. He goes around and he challenges different fast food places. He makes meals next to fast food places and then compare, or different just fast food chains. Like he might go to Applebee's and get a steak, and then he'll take their steak and make his own steak, and then he'll compare which one's better. That's simple enough that literally, and they know this. But the funny thing is they try to kick him out. At first try to kick him out, but let's be real. Nobody's really kicking him out because the reality is Wendy's makes that right there is he's gonna get paid by Wendy's.
Yeah, that's free publicity.
Free publicity.
5 million people just saw him cook outside of Wendy's.
And now whoever watched this show, might want to go get some goddamn Wendy's. This was apparently an actual Uber ride in 2022. Little Baby is hitting for all generations right now. No cap.
Yeah, friendships, but I got a little sis, but I had to go cook no brain. No brain, ain't worry about you. I'll do what I do, and I do my thing.
Get it, man. Get it, man. Hey. Get it. That made my day.
Let me tell you something. I was like, dude, you are my official Uber driver for life, homie.
5 stars, 6 if I could give it. This dude is look, that shows you don't judge a book by its cover. Because you know darn well if you had this guy as your Uber driver, you're gonna be thinking, all right, none of this country
about
shit.
to listen to Garth Brooks. Here we go.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And what do you want to listen to? Or something? And he played that shit and he started rapping the shit. You be like, oh shit.
I bet you he had enough passengers that requested it that he actually started to sit down and really listen to it
and start knowing the lyrics.
This actually pretty dope. Oh, hold on.
Now he's gonna get famous off of being the old white guy Uber driver that plays rap and actually knows the lyrics.
As we know, just a few years later, the Eagles traded Carson Wentz to the Colts for a first-round pick and a third-round pick. The Eagles used that third-round pick with their own first-round pick in 2021 to trade up with the Cowboys to select wide receiver Devonta Smith. Nope, we're not done yet. So that 2022 first they got from the Colts, they used with their own 2022 first and traded them to the Saints. So while the Saints used that Eagles pick to draft Chris Olave, the Eagles got a boatload of draft picks in return. The Eagles used the Saints' first and third round pick and traded them to the Titans for wide receiver A.J. Brown. And after all of that, the Eagles have the Saints' first round pick next year and their second round pick in 2024. And that is the Carson Wentz trade tree. As we know, just a few years...
That was a lot for one guy. Yeah. And they just beat the Eagles just beat the Commanders, who Carson Wentz plays for now, pretty bad. So good trade, Eagles.
You be with a nigga for so long, it gets to the point where y'all mad comfortable. Like one time my BD was hitting me from the backyard. I guess I ain't white good enough. I had some tissue crumbs in the butt.
I'm right there with you, dude.
You be with a nigga for...
Look at. Let me just say this. Every thought don't need to be put out on the internet.
Exactly.
Like now, you about to be the
booty crumb girl,
the booty crumb tissue girl, and I mean you funny. That was a funny thing to say, But now, niggas, every time you go, niggas will be like, hey, you got you wipe your ass, shawty?
Throwing tissue at you and stuff.
Did you wipe your ass, shawty? I ain't never had that situation. I don't think.
If it did, honestly.
If you just saw, it depends how much.
The show don't stop. Not for me. I can't speak for all men.
Oh my God.
I can't speak for all men.
Like the show don't stop.
The show goes on. I don't know what to tell you.
Keep it rolling, y'all.
After.
Ton corps est aussi beau que l'or, que l'aurore.
She got me. She got me. The hip action. Now this is what I want y'all to understand. This is why women, I don't care what they say, they have it easier in life. The fact that this pretty girl all has to do is shake her hips, smile, and point towards come to me, and she's got almost 7,000 likes. She's gonna get 7,000 people saying, you know what, I like you. I like what you're doing right now. And she can make a life off of that. Just doing that shit. What the All right. That was fire. That was fire.
Did you know in The Dark Knight, Lucius makes a reference to an upcoming Batman foe? During the scene in which Bruce Wayne is becoming familiar with the new armored suit Lucius Fox has made for him, he asks whether it would keep him protected against dogs, as he had a run-in with them earlier in the film. Fox replies saying it should do fine against cats. This could have been a reference to the well-known Batman character Selina Kyle, more commonly known as Catwoman, who we then see Bruce come up against in the following film, The Dark Knight Rises. Did you know in The Dark Knight...
That was a great movie.
I think they all were.
They were. That was a great movie. That's all I gotta say about that.
Now, one of the things I recommend to young people, especially true for people in their 20s, is that you should push yourself beyond your limits of tolerance in your 20s to find out where it is. How disciplined can you become? Can you work 12 hours a day? Can you work 8 hours a day? Can you work 3 hours a day? Like flat out. Where's your limit? And how much work can you do and how much socialization? Push yourself past and then back off to that point where it's optimally sustainable. Now, one of the things I recommend to young people.
That's actually some amazing advice.
It really is.
Because I was sitting there when I had work last night. I was walking with the OG, the old timer, and I was like, man, he kills it. He kills the overtime. And he said, yeah, gotta get this money, man. You got your energy is literally limitless. It's all about what you think it is. You know what I mean? Some people do some things that you just look at and you say, I don't know how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? See, the problem is you don't know how they do it because you ain't never tried to do it.
That's true. Because when I first started, I didn't do that many overtimes.
Yeah,
I didn't work that much. And then what happened was in our job, sometimes you're forced to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, I started realizing, I
can't do this.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, when you start to stay 2, 3, 4 times, then you're like, oh man, you know what? I've been doing it. Might as well keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And look at what you've done. You know, I feel like I was doing more at first than you was.
You were.
And now you do more than I do.
Yeah.
Because you just kept going. Like,
the grind don't stop, man.
And now you're like, hey, that's just part of what I do now.
Yeah.
You know,
I've made it part of my routine.
It sounds like you have a hard time trying.
Hey man, when Jameis left our team, everybody know what he did that last year, and we feel like we had a great defense then. And he threw 30 picks, and we just knew he'd give us the ball. We knew the running backs, cough it up, and that's something we came in talking about. We want 30 turnovers as a ball club ourselves, so this just was another game to go attack the ball. Hey man,
It sounds like you have
hater.
It sounds like you have a hard time attracting men.
Your looks can only get you so far. Oh,
You value. Put it that way.
Yes, I attract.
All right, but the question is, what do the men you want from a woman? See, when you came on, you came out with the resume. I'm this, I'm that, I'm great, and that's fine. But tell me about what the men that you want from a woman. Run that resume down.
And they want all the qualities that I have. I would.
Well, then you should have no problem.
That's what I'm saying. I should have no problem.
But
I get attracted
but apparently that's not what they want.
Oh.
And what you are offering is, if what you're offering, you say that's what they want, then you should have no problem. And the thing is, do you make room for the possibility that maybe you present the looks component, but don't present the other part of it? It sounds like you have a hard time.
Okay. Ain't nothing better than seeing somebody when somebody breaks something down so simple and the look that they have on their face when they're like, the epiphany comes across them like, I never thought of it like that. Like, you're right. Right? That's what just came across this girl. She realized what he just said made sense. If you got what men want, then it shouldn't be a problem for you. You should have a man. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and he was saying, all that look shit don't mean a damn thing. Once a guy has a woman, looks are like, that's not what he cares about anymore. He cares about your personality. Do you provide a peaceful place that he can come to and feel happy?
We talked about this too, I think like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
When you realize, I said it happens to every man, I say around 30.
And you said earlier, remember I was talking about how they should make it where arranged marriages, and what if they get a girl that looks like goddamn, Shrek or Beetlejuice? And I'm like, okay, let me ask you this. You got a choice. You got a girl who looks amazing, but she gives you motherfucking hell, and she's annoying. Or you got a girl who looks like Shrek, but she brings peace every time you're around her. And she gives and cares for you and tries to make your day better. Which one are you gonna be with for the long term?
I'm definitely gonna go with Shrek.
But you know in your heart, you in the past what you've gone with.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw, now you know the result of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go through that myself. I'm always if you bring me peace, I'm going with Shrek all fucking day. All right, one last one, then we're gonna call it quits.
Your mom tells me that you got into a fight at school, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
That's what I sent you to school for? Did you win?
God,
I fucked him up real good.
Dude, perfect one to end. That's my father all day, dude. When I was in high school, I got in a couple fights, and I won those fights. I beat dude up, and my mom was like, yeah. Wait till your father finds this out. Wait till your father finds out. God, Kevin Samuel was ever right. Oh God. And he was like, he said, wait till your father finds out. Like, I'm like, oh, and I was scared of my father, at the time. And speaking of the devil, my father called me right now, but he has to wait because I'm on the show and I'll call him back. So then what happened was I should have picked him. I actually should have picked up the phone and tried to let y'all hear so I could ask him that question. He literally, my mom was like, here, dad's on the phone. I'm like, I'm dreading. I'm like, oh God. He's like, so I heard you got in a fight. I was like, yeah. He said, did you win? And I'm like, yeah. All right, cool. Get your mama the phone back. That's what we do. That's what my dad did not give a damn that I got in a fight with this dude. He was having, all he cared about was,
but that's
fathers, though. He said, did you start the fight? I said, no. He said, did you win? I said, yeah. He said, that's all I need to know. I don't got nothing else to say.
All the
about
boxes.
That's
all
it.
Right,
I ain't got nothing else to say. You did good, son. You did good. And now when he got home, he's like, look, I got to play this show for your mama. Now, son, you know you ain't supposed to be doing this nonsense. I'm disappointed in you. He did that shit. We fuck him up. He ever disrespect you again. Fuck him up again. Yeah. All right, now go in your room. You ain't got to go watch some TV. I was like, all right, that's funny, man. Hey, man.
That's every father.
That's every father. He had to just put
hope
on
you represent the family. Like, yeah, that's how you do that.
That's it, man. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Today is Monday.
There we go.
So when you do overtime, you forget. Monday, don't worry about it this week. Y'all go ahead and put in the grind, man. Put in those hours to make yourself better. All right. Get to the end of the week, and then you can have a little enjoyment time. Be who you want to be, man. Don't be who people tell you to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. You got anything else you got to say? Like, comment, subscribe. Say what you got to tell us. We'll keep putting out some more videos. And if you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App Social Norm Podcast. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I'm good, man. Good episode.
All right. I thought it was something you wanted to talk about.
I didn't want to talk about. We can talk about Mike Tyson later, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all Friday. I'm your boy Canteen. That's my fucking friend Beans.
Y'all have a good week.
Hey, it's the Social Norm. Peace. Oh shit. You know what? All right, now peace.
Daddy.